Hello everyone, it's me Murli. I have got a great news for the data engineers, data architects, data scientists, data visualization experts and the data modelers that you might have already heard about the Microsoft Fabric last week. So they have released it in a preview mode. What I am going to do is take that trial license of that Microsoft Fabric and show you how to implement the production grade applications on the Microsoft Fabric. Okay, now let's do some search on the internet about Microsoft Fabric. Then it will take us to this page. On this page, they have given very detailed information about the Microsoft Fabric, but let us see some key highlights. We got Synapse Data Engineering, where we can work with all the data engineering activities using the Spark, Delta Lake, that sort of stuff. We got Synapse Data Warehousing, where we can work with the T-SQL, Synapse Data Science, where we can work on the machine learning and artificial intelligence. For all the real-time applications, we can use the Synapse Real-Time Analytics. For all the visualization and dashboarding, we will use Power BI. And for all the orchestration and the data integration activities, we'll be using the Data Factory. They all run on top of the OneLake, like this. So if we further go down, there is another piece of information which we need to understand. Like on the Microsoft Fabric tenant, once after you log in, you see a workspace. And within the workspace, we'll be having Lakehouse, Warehouse, Datasets, and Kusto. We'll go through them in detail in our subsequent sessions, but at very high level, this is how one workspace contains. This is the same diagram as above, but it has shown some details within the OneLake and as well as in the serverless compute. Observe this here. All the data, whether it is coming from the data warehouse or a Lakehouse, CustoDB, or the data sets, all this data sits on the Delta Parquet format. There is one security which is cutting across all these data sets. On top of this, whoever has experiences on the data warehousing can use SQL. Whoever has worked on the Spark and the Delta Lake can work on the data engineering side. And Data Factory is for data integration and as well as the orchestration purpose. This is for ML, AI, as we discussed before. This is real-time analytics and the Power BI. This is all together, they are calling it as a Microsoft Fabric. When you get chance, just have a look at it and take one trial license here. So if you see in this page, they have specified how actually we can get a trial license. But once after you get the trial login, you can log in. And once after you log in, you see the first page, home page like this. Whatever the products we have just seen on the initial page here, those are all these products. You can see them here once after you log in. And this is where you can see here Microsoft Fabric. We will start with data engineering because I would like to show you how we can build the production grade applications on the Microsoft Fabric data engineering. Once after you click on that Microsoft data engineering, once after we enter inside, observe this. This is how the total user interface looks like. Left side, very convenient browse. You can browse all the Lakehouse workspaces, notebooks, or if you are having pipelines, Power BI, visualizations, all at one single place. When you click on the OneLake Data Hub, this is where you will see all the data storage. And here, for example, by default, it comes with a Lakehouse. When you click on this lake house, here you can see the content within this lake house. Then we'll go back here. This is all about monitoring of all our applications. Whatever the work we have done, you can see them here. These are all the workspaces. By default, it comes with My Workspace. We can create multiple workspaces. So what is the concept of workspace? We'll go through that in detail in next few videos. So by default, it comes with a My Workspace. Within this workspace, we have got the lake houses. Within this lake house, this is the lake house. It has got a SQL endpoint so that this can be used in Power BI or for SQL queries. And this data set can be used for the Power BI. Okay. So within this OneLake Data Hub, as we know that there are workspaces, right? You can think the workspace for now as one environment. The reason why I'm calling it as one environment is, observe this, if you click on the workspace settings, this particular workspace has its own system storage like this, and it has the data science, data engineering and data science. Within that, it got the Spark Compute. What Microsoft is doing for us is they are creating a pool of nodes which are readily available for us. Just like in the past, we need to wait for the cluster to come up for a couple of minutes, right? Now we don't need to wait for the couple of minutes. Straight away, when you log in, when the notebook is ready, you straight away start writing the code and you can run the code. That's how the starter pools helps us. So for now, they have given us this starter pool. This is the runtime version. This particular runtime version 1.1 of the Microsoft Fabric is using Spark 3.3 and Delta 2.2. So if you want to understand what this Spark and what this Delta are all about, I will quickly give you some links so that you can actually go and understand what this Spark and Delta is. Yeah, I think that's all we need to know here. And if you are having any custom libraries, if you want to import, we can actually import those custom libraries. So observe, let us take, if you're having an environment, a dev environment, and you have written your code, you package that into a Python wheel. You can upload that Python wheel here into this particular location. What that means is, once after you upload the Python wheel, when you move on to, when you're done with your development, you're done with your unit testing, after that, you want to push that code into the QA environment. So anyway, all this code, it will be in the Azure DevOps Git repository. And then from there, the DevOps pipeline can push whenever we raise a pull request to the QA environment, it will take the particular wheel file and pushes that into the QA environment. What that means is that particular QA environment runs on a completely different workspace, because we don't want the dev libraries to be conflicting with what is happening in the QA environment. That's how we can split the workspace and the QA environment separately. And in the same way, once we are done with the QA, then we'll be moving on to the deploying into the pre-prod environment or the live environment based on how you are set up. For now, I think we have seen all these interface. After this, we will start with clicking on this new, and then we will see how each and every option works. But for us to begin with, we'll start with the notebook and then the lake house. Thank you guys. Thanks for spending the time along with me here. We'll catch up in the next video. We'll see some more exciting things. Until then, stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.